Yo, what up everybody? This is Damnation, and today I'm going to talk while walking in the woods, really nice woods, about what the difference is between a gamer and a player. Now the difference between... Okay, so first we're going to start out with what is a game. A gamer plays multiple formats of any form of game. It doesn't matter what kind of game it is. Board game, video game, done pencil and paper, any kind of game. And what is a player? A player only plays one type of game. It doesn't matter what kind. That's pretty much, one style of game. Whether it's a fighting game, a sport game, a first-person shooter, an RPG, one style game. And that's pretty much the basics of what makes the difference between a gamer and a player. Now, I watched the movie The Life of a Gamer, I think that's what it's called, and they were interviewing people and showing all these events and esports stuff, and I noticed that everybody that they were interviewing were all single game players or single game format people. Only playing Counter-Strike, only playing this, only playing that. You know what I mean? And the game is in the whole movie or documentary or whatever is about gamers. So when you're talking to people who are only playing one style of game, it should really be called The Life of a Player. You know what I mean? If you only stick to one style of game, then you're not a gamer, you're a player. You know what I mean? I've seen this a whole, other things too. Call of Duty, there's a lot of great Call of Duty players out there, right? But if you only play Call of Duty, you can't call yourself a gamer. And it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? There's all these players that play Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, right? And you're only good at that game, so how are you going to call yourself a gamer? And you're only good at playing a game, one game, player. You're a player. Now, a gamer, on the other hand, games, I'm a gamer, okay? I play any kind of game for fun. I play RPGs, I play first-person shooters, I play MMOs, I play paper and pencil, that's like Dungeons and Dragons. I go LARPing, I play airsoft, I play multiple games. That, you know what I mean? I play, whether it's console, I play, console games like PlayStation and Xbox and all that, and I play computer games. You know what I mean? I play a massive amount of games. So does that make me a player or a gamer? I'm a gamer because I'm willing to experience all aspects of gaming. And that's the difference. I'm using myself as an example. There are other people who are like me that are actually gamers, who game on all formats. You know what I mean? There's a wide variety of games out there, and only to be good at one type of game doesn't make you a gamer. It makes you a player. Now that this whole esport thing is kind of on the rise, and you got people who are good at only StarCraft. That's all they play, StarCraft. Okay, well, what good is that when you can't play another type of game and suck at it? People only playing Call of Duty. Okay, well, how are you gonna play another game and a sports game and be good at that? So you're kind of playing yourself, that player. You know what I mean? You play one type of game, you suck at other types of games. Yeah, I mean, you have to like break this difference apart. Whether you, between calling somebody a gamer or a player, we have to separate those two because, like I said, gamers and players are two different styles of people. I'm not bad mouthing anybody. It's just kind of one of those things where, you know, we need to draw the line and separate the two. But if you keep going with the whole mentality of, oh, I'm a gamer, and then, you know, somebody asks, oh, what kind of games do you play? It's like, oh, you know, I play Call of Duty, I play, oh, there's some deer out there. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, they ran off. But, alright, sorry about that, I had a phone call. But, where was I? I can't remember where I was. But, yeah, so, like, players and gamers are two separate things. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? And there's a huge difference between the two. And like I said, gamers play multiple formats, players only play a single format. You know what I mean? And, you know, I might suck at, like, a few games here and there and be really good at some games, but, you know, I'm not going to sit there and, like, say, oh, I'm really good at this game. Like, no, I'm going to try a game. If I suck at it, I suck at it. If I don't, you know, and I don't. But, you know, I'm not going to sit there and play one game constantly and only be good at one game. You know, what fun is that? By the way, if this is the woods that me and my friend or me and my crew play in. It's really big, a lot of cover, really nice wooded area. You know, that's another thing too. You know, like you know, I see teams in video game world and stuff like that you know only play one game. So now you have like a huge group of players that are on teams and they practice against each other, against whatever. I mean, that's a good way to practice if you want to get better at anything, is practice against the best players. Back when Call of Duty World at War was you know, big and popular, I was actually really, really good at that game. Wow, until like it only took a short while there, then everybody started, and then, you know, the cheaters started happening, and I just got sick of it and quit. But yeah, but you know, just that doesn't mean I'm not good at any other game. It's just giving you an example of, you know, what happens in video games and stuff like that. Like Call of Duty is cheaters happen and it drains the fun out of the games, which goes back to my last video. Anyways, that's just, you know, it's not my opinion, it's the truth about gamers and players. You know what I mean? If you want to be good in all aspects of gaming and you want to call yourself a gamer, play more games, play other games, play a bunch of different games. You know, get out of the house, play airsoft, get out of the house, play LARP, go LARPing. LARPing is actually a lot of fun. You get exercise, you swing swords at people, you know, find a local LARPing chapter, you know. You get that frustration out, you beat somebody with a sword, it's a lot of fun. Or you play airsoft, you run around, you get a lot of exercise. I mean, look at this place. We run in this woods, and that's a hill actually, so it's like, I mean, it's fun. You get outside, you play a game, you know what I mean? Or, you know, if you're a video game player, you know what I mean, and you're only playing Call of Duty, expand your horizon, play, I don't know, Paper Mario or something like that, or Zelda or Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? Get out of your comfort zone. That's what gaming is about, is getting out of your comfort zone and playing games that you normally wouldn't. I played tons of games that I didn't freaking like, but I still played them, and, you know, I sucked maybe at some of them, but I was good at some of them, and, you know, that's about how it is. You know, I played Age of Sigmar. I hate the game, but I played it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really hate Age of Sigmar. But, I mean, I'm not going to give you my opinions of that because it's just my opinion on the game. But, yeah, it's like, I played it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the style of it. I'm too much of a fan, the actual fantasy game, to like, um, too much have that. I don't know. I like fantasy because it is more tactical, I think, than Age of Sigmar, which is more like 40k, and that's just my opinion about that, I guess. But yeah, I didn't like it. But I played it. At least I tried it, and I found out that I didn't like it. That's just how gaming works. Is you try something, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you do. You just don't want to single yourself out into one style of gameplay because, what fun is that? I mean, yeah, you can become awesome and sponsored and all this stuff, but you're really hurting yourself because, when it comes down to it, you're going to get your ass kicked in other games. But, so, we got to change this mentality about calling a player a gamer and a gamer, you can't call a gamer anything else but a gamer, but you can call a player a gamer and he's not a gamer. I mean, practicing 24 hours a day on one style of game isn't going to make you a gamer anytime soon until you play other games. I mean, there might be players out there that might say, oh, I play this game and I might play that game, but, what kind of games are they? Are you single first-person shooter? Are you League of Legends and you're playing other games like League of Legends or Call of Duty or Counter-Strike or something like that? Then you're not a gamer. You're still a player. If you play the similar game style, then you're still a player because you're only playing one style of game. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that's just the difference between a gamer and a player. And, that's how it is. And if you guys want to argue with me, I'm not going to argue with you. I actually will delete argumentative comments. It's not because I don't want to argue. It's because I don't want to sit there and, waste time with arguing, because all that does is just create conflict. And, conflict is a little ridiculous on YouTube because it's trying to be throwing a pissing contest up there. You might say, oh, it's just your opinion. And I was like, and it's not just my opinion. I've talked to plenty of gamers out there that say the same thing about I've talked to many gamers, so I know a lot of gamers who say the same thing about players, is that they're not good in other aspects of the game and in other games. Whew, that was a long hill. And yeah, it's just not my opinion. There's tons of gamers out there that would agree with me that I've talked to that say the same thing. Players are not gamers. Players are players, gamers are gamers. So, if you're a player and you want to justify, that you're a gamer, and you can place your opinion in the thing, I won't delete it. It'd be your opinion. But if you're gonna try to argue argue and try to rope me into an argument, I'll delete it. I went the wrong way. But yeah, it's how it is, and in order for and if you notice that gaming or game companies cater to the player, they don't cater to the gamer. I think with the Nintendo Switch or Nintendo, they're kind of falling behind in this whole gamer player thing. So they want to keep, this is my opinion about the Nintendo thing, is Nintendo needs to get their heads out of their asses, come out with a proper console like PlayStation or Xbox. They need to come out with that. And the Switch isn't the answer. I know I don't play the Switch. I don't play Nintendo products because of how they are or what their stuff is. And and then them fail, and they're pushing away, I think, a lot of whatever. I haven't tried the Switch, and I'm not going to try the Switch. It's not that I don't think it's a good idea. It's just that I don't want to mess with it. It's just it looks like a hassle and crap like that. But that's my opinion on it. And does that make me a player or a gamer? It makes me a gamer because I have strong opinions about a system. I mean, should I try it as a gamer? Yes, I should try it, but I'm not. The only game I would play on it is Zelda. But Zelda's graphics are so freaking terrible that it's not even worth my time to pick up. If you want to argue about the cell shading crap and how bad it is, especially in today's world of graphics, yeah, they could have made that game look pristine. And if you don't know, and I got in an argument with somebody about this, graphics make the environment, which increases the game playability because graphics immerse you in the game. It brings the game more life, and you get to see more, and like it makes it feel like you're there. You know what I mean? As a gamer, that's what I look for. You know what I mean? And that's why I hate cel shading so much. But but back to the industry stuff. I mean, that's what game companies are catering to right now. Is they're catering to that player. The player, not the gamer, the player. You know what I mean? That's all. Buckthorn, by the way. Yeah. See that? Yeah, that's buckthorn. That's what I'm walking through. This used to be a 4-wheeler trail one. It's starting to get overgrown. Oh, now it's a deer trail. If you see the deer. But yeah, the player industry is here, and the gamer industry, yeah, see, look, that's deer fur on the buckthorn. They've been walking through here. Ew. I'm not wearing the best sweater to go through this stuff because it just sticks. But yeah, the gamer industry, I commend Steam, even though, I think I commend Steam for like pushing that envelope away from the player aspect and catering to gamers, because gamers, we want more games. We want games that we can actually sit down and play. And yeah, it's on a computer, but I love computer games. I started gaming on a computer. Well, actually, I started gaming on a Nintendo, but that's how it is. Follow the deer trail, and you'll get your ass out of the woods. Sometimes. But yeah, Steam is doing a good job on the gamer aspect of it, and Xbox and PlayStation are kind of failing on it. And I don't like that. You cater to one type of game style, and it's kind of like meh. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the whole gamer player thing. And it's sad, really, that that the term gamer used to apply to people who actually played games and all these played all these games, and it was kind of like a thing to look down on because you're kind of antisocial. But now it's coming to like these players that are taking over the name of gamer, and like it's getting like cool to be a gamer, even though you play one style game. And kids are picking up on this aspect too. You know what I mean? This player mentality where they play one style game. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get I'm trying to get like trying to grasp that concept of like kids picking up on that, where it's cool because they watch it on YouTube. You know what I mean? They watch it on YouTube and they're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, making players, making players famous and thinking that's gaming. I mean, gaming is like turning on Final Fantasy VII, spending like shit, days and nights and crap like that on one game. Like I used, when I was playing, I still play World of Warcraft. Every once in a while I'll turn it on and run around and try to do some quests and stuff like that, but you know, everything's changed so much, it just kind of like drains it out. But I used to stay up like 5 o'clock in the morning playing freaking World of Warcraft. But you know, I got a family, I got kids, can't do that. It's hard to. But you know, it's like, you know, it's, yeah. But I'm still a gamer, you know, I play tabletop games, and I play a PlayStation game every once in a while, and I'll pick up my handheld and I'll play Pokemon, or I'll pick up my old Nintendo and I'll play Final Fantasy on Game Boy, and you know, Metroid on Game Boy, and you know, Game Boy games. You know, so I play a bunch of different games. Not too many. But yeah, you know, I don't want to consider myself a player because I'm playing one style of game, because, you know, I don't. That's not the mentality I grew up with. But, you know, that's just me, and, you know, if you don't like the concept of players not being gamers, and, you know, if you can state facts about why you're a gamer and not a player, and go ahead, state your facts, but I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to say okay, or let it go into the comment if you want to comment on it. But, you know, don't try to rope me into an argument. Somebody tried to rope me into an argument on one of my other videos, the Magic the Gathering one, where I was talking about the overprice of Black Lotus, and don't buy, or, you know, the pricing of Black Lotus and stuff like that. I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, it's like, yeah, somebody tried saying something and trying to rope me in an argument, and I just deleted the comment because he was an idiot and doesn't understand the concept of what I was talking about. But yeah, that's the difference between a gamer and a player. Gamers play multiple formats, no matter what kind of style, what kind of game, what kind of style game. You know, whether it's live gaming like airsoft, paintball, LARPing, or if it's the other kind, you know, video game, blah blah blah. And players play one style of game. They're only good at one style of game. And yeah, this has been Damnation. And have a good day, or good evening, or good night.